Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
Sometimes life's realities smack you in the face in the most unexpected ways, and sometimes a chair is just a chair. So maybe I'm making too much of this, but I was reminded recently of human nature's unpredictability when I got a refresher lesson about values. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Your rusted-out copper pipes might be somebody else's scrapyard payday. I see a chair, you see junk, that sort of thing. I have an old computer chair I can't get rid of. It works just fine. The only problem is worn upholstery on the two arms. The chair is a pleasant burgundy color. It rolls smoothly on its wheels. It raises and lowers. It swivels and tilts without a squeak. Would that I could say the same for myself. At this point in my life, my own upholstery is a little frayed as well. Does that mean I'm destined for a landfill too? My neighbor recently had a big garage sale and invited me to bring over any items I wanted her to sell. I took the chair. After 3 days of trying, the chair was still in a garage, rejected by what I assume must have been hundreds of people. I know what you're thinking. Surely I asked too much for it. Oh, right. It was a big-ticket item for sure. $2. Come on. But it gets worse. As my neighbor's sale wound down, she made an executive decision in my absence. She reduced the price to nothing. She stuck a sign on the chair that said free. Still, no takers. Hey, people, what part of free don't you understand? It's my gift to you, for crying out loud. Just roll it on out of there. But no. I can't fault my neighbor's effort. She did get $3 for my toaster oven and $1 for 2 plastic sleds. After the sale ended, my neighbors loaded everything that didn't sell in the back of a truck and hauled it off to Goodwill, who graciously accepted most of it, just not the chair. Like the multitudes who wandered through the garage over the course of 4 days, Goodwill didn't want it either. That upset me. When even Goodwill tells you to just go away, it's time to reassess your taste in home furnishings. My neighbor tried to cheer me up. At least your chair got to see parts of town it had never seen before, she said in an email describing the truck ride to Goodwill and back. Now it's back in my own garage where it sits rejected, like the awkward chubby kid who always got chosen last in the pickup basketball games of my youth. I have one more option. I live on a busy street. Occasionally, folks on my street set stuff out on days that aren't trash days and trust that somebody will stop and take it. I did that once with a beat-up old flower trellis that was literally hanging together by a couple of loose screws. I was convinced it would sit there for days and eventually I'd have to drag it back into the house. To my shock, the trellis was gone within an hour. A friend said it was because of the metal. Somebody wanted it for scrap. Perhaps I'll try that approach again. The chair deserves one last chance at a happily ever after. Maybe some desperate soul needs a grungy but somewhat serviceable chair to put in a grungy but somewhat serviceable office. I probably shouldn't get so emotional over an inanimate object, but to share humiliation, even with a chair, creates a special kind of bond. Like the chair, I too am grungy but somewhat serviceable.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at WGTE.org/life.